Welcome back to my channel Learn SQL with Shahid. In last class we have completed these types of pages. We have 8 types of pages here. Data page, and this contains data stored in the tables. Okay, whatever the actual data it is there, it stores. And index page contains the data related to indexes. Okay, we will be discussing what is indexes in future. Also we have text image. Okay, contains large update data. As I said in my previous videos, whatever the data is not fitting inside the row. If the data is fitting inside the row, that is 8060 actual data capacity, then it is in row data. If it is exceeding, okay, then we will call that as a row overflow data. And if overflow data happens, then like a large update data like varchar of max, that is 22 GB of text, and also we have images, videos in LOB. It will move the data to LOB, and 24 byte pointers will be maintained. Okay, so whenever it updates, someone will update if there is a space in 8060, and it will come back to that original position. Like that also it happens, it may happen. Okay, so we have also this and all a data page index page, and text image stores the actual data, and whatever the 5 remaining are there, it is metadata. Okay, like we have PFS, page free space page. Okay, and it contains information about the uh, page, okay, in the database, whether the page is allocated or the page is free. That information it has. And one page free space, one page free space interval is 8088. That means after 8088 one more PFS page will be allocated. Okay, like that continuously after intervals it will be having 8088 pages again and again. And also we can say nearly 64 MB of data. And also we have discussed this GAM, SGAM and all. This will PFS page will tell the story about only the page. Okay, what are the remaining 4 data page types will tell the information about the extent. GAM, SGAM means I have discussed this GAM, SGAM also. Like I will tell you once again. If we have your data page, right, if here the data page is T1, 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 then this GAM is 0. If it is allocated, then 0. If some space left here, means SGAM is 1, 0, 1 combination. If it is filled everything, okay, T1 again T1, here T2, T2, T3, again here T1, T1, here also T1, here also T1. See here 7 pages are allocated in an extent. Then also it is GAM is 0. Okay, means it is allocated. SGAM 1 page free left also, then also SGAM will be 1 only. If it is everything is allocated, this is mixed extent. Okay, because we have T2, T3 also. Then it is if it is mixed or uniform also, then it will be 0. Everything is allocated here. So GAM will be 0 and SGAM will be 0, 0, 0 combination. So from next onwards, it is a proof table. T1 is the proof table. So everything T1 will be occupied by next upcoming extent. So this is free. Everything is free means here GAM will be 1. SGAM is if it is free here, means then it is 0. SGAM 1, 0 combination. Okay, nothing is there means. Okay, so I hope this might have understood. Next onwards, this T1 will be everything occupied by T1 only here. T1, okay, this one T1 table, everything. I will write it as T1 entire, including 6 pages, okay. So this is known as uniform extent, this is mixed extent. And also we have discussed about IAM, index allocation. It tells the story about the tables or indexes, and every page, okay, every page like this, every page will be having one IAM page, okay. And also that interval is 4 GB of data or else 64,000 extents, okay. Also for GAM interval and SGAM interval also is 64,000 extents. We have BCM, DCM. Whenever BCM, right, in BCM we do bulk insert, at that time this BCM pages will track. Whenever we will take from last, since last full backup to that is Sunday to Sunday, okay. If we take, you are taking Monday differential backup, then the differential change map will track that data, okay. Whatever the data changes modified has been happened. So yeah, that is the thing I have explained. Now I will be discussing about transaction log file architecture. So transaction log file architecture, here we have inside transaction log we have VLF, okay. Inside VLF we have log block size, inside that log record, okay. What is this transaction log file means? We are writing the transactions, okay. We have two types of transaction here, implicit transaction and explicit transaction. What is this implicit transaction means? For example, here I am writing some statement 1, statement 2, statement 3. I am writing this insert or else here update, like that, okay. Each and every transaction will be, this one will be transaction 1, this one will be transaction 2, this one will be transaction 3. I am not mentioning here anything like begin run. Here also I have not mentioned anything commit, like that, okay. For example, I will tell insert this one is tran 1, okay. Again insert here tran 2, transaction 2, something update tran 3, okay. Consider this as an example. So here without giving anything, okay, begin run I have not given. So SQL Server automatically takes, okay, this SSMS will take automatically like this, okay. Commit, this will be transaction 1. Again begin, this is tran 2, commit, okay. Again this is begin. If I won't give any beginner tran, it will take like this, okay. In this transaction 1, transaction 2, transaction 3, statement 1. If I give or not give also, it will take like that. See, like that it will take. So it is known as implicit transaction. Explicit transaction means what does it means? Like I am having here transaction 1, like update Shahid's account, insert into it means deduct from my account, Shahid account, insert into Ramesh account, means credit to Ramesh account, and confirm that Shahid the amount is debited, and confirm Ramesh that amount has been credited, okay. Like so same here, see here, this and all belongs to one transaction here, transaction 1, in that is known as explicit transaction. We are giving here a commit, okay. If you want give comment, the transaction will be in uncommitted state, okay. I will take this and paste it here. If I want mention here, okay. So why this developer does like this means sometimes they want to cancel the transaction, they will give rollback, okay, here. So that is also this rollback command, okay, that it will cancel the transaction only. So that is mean by explicit transaction. Hope this might have understood. Like whatever we are having while doing this transaction update, right, we'll be having one ls and rummer. This is one log record, okay, and this has one LSN record, this has second LSN record, and this has one LSN record, like it is 4 here, 3 here, this is 4. Okay, now it is correct. Again we have for third LSN number, the fourth LSN number. Okay, this is one log record, independent log record. Okay, and it belongs to transaction 1, that is explicit transaction. Implicit means if I whether I give the here begin or commit, it will take as individual this is this statement 1 will be considered as transaction 1, statement 2 will be considered as transaction 2, statement 3 will be considered as transaction 3 in implicit. In case of implicit, if we give write n number of log records, also we give n number of statements here or as command. So if we give begin first and at last commit, then it will consider as transaction 1, that is known as implicit and explicit, and also the difference between explicit and implicit transactions. So hope you might have understood. Let us continue with transaction log record. So here in this log file architecture, we have VLF. What is VLF and all I will be discussing in further class, next class. So in that VLF we will be having log block side. Inside that we will be having log records. So I will be discussing what this log records contains in it. Okay, so as I discussed, like here log LSN number we have right here, same thing. So here it contains log record. Okay, whatever the LSN is there, current LSN and all, it will contain that information. And also this transaction ID. Okay, we have here a transaction statement, insert into student 1 to 10 values. Okay, 1 to 10 values we are inserting. So whatever the transaction statement here, command statement is there, no here command, that transaction ID it has. Okay, so this is the command, and also we will be having a timestamp. Okay, inside a log file, log record, inside log record timestamp, and also this and all it means log record contains. Okay, and we have statement ID. Okay, what is statement ID I will be letting you know. So I am having this data page details, like object ID details means data page means this object ID means tables. Okay, tables or indexes. Also it contains the data, this data belongs to which page, it is which page this data coming from, like that, and all details will be containing. Okay, so we have old image, new image means old value, like old means somebody's salary is updating from 20,000 to 40,000, so old value will be like 20,000, new value will be 40,000. That information also this log record contains. And also that previous LSN change, like I have 1999. Okay, so this is my previous LSN number. And also whatever the next LSN starts now, like 2000, 2001, 2002, 2003, 2004, the previous like there will be a link. Okay, it contains that previous LSN number also. So also like committed, uncommitted transactions. As I said, if I not give here committed, then it is uncommitted, and if I give here committed, then it is committed transaction. That information also it contains, and also what type of record locked record type, like whether it is committed or uncommitted, right? That also log report type only. And also we have update changes, or like insert that log record, that also we have information in log records. If I want to abort this transaction, so I want to abort this transaction, so I am giving a rollback. Roll back. Okay, so abort. Okay, that is abort, transaction is not committed. Okay, also redo, like we have here whatever the committed transactions and uncommitted transaction information we have now. So undo means uncommitted transaction will be chopped off, and redo means committed transaction, whatever the clean, it will make the transactions clean. That will be I will be discussing in my future classes. and also it contains the completion record, like what time this transaction completed, that record also, duration, and what time it has completed and all it contains. Okay, also log record is sequential. So we have MDF and LDF file. I have explained, that architecture. Like if we have two MDF file, then the data in a table. If we create table on a file group, if we have two MDF files in one file group, the data is proportionally. We have proportional fill strategy. Parallelly, it is going to some data to first MDF file, and it is going some data to second MDF file, like that. Log record is sequential, it won't go, like we will be having only one log files. Okay, and also if we want a second log file, also a first log file should be filled, after that second log file should be filled, so that log file is sequential. Also we can disable this auto commit option. Here there is some settings, we can disable the auto commit option also. Okay, we have that option also. Also we have rollback option also, like as I showed, rollback option. So that and all, this and all information we have in transaction log file. So I'll be showing one command. Okay, here select star from I already have typed here. Select, if you execute this, we will be having if we click on here, here we will show 124 columns we have, like this and all the log record contains. Okay, this much means I have shown you important 13 points, like 13 attributes. Okay, here we have 124 in actual. So if in interview someone will ask me something, some points you can tell, not like complete points you have to tell, some points you can tell, like in log records we have LSN and also transaction ID. You can mug up this. Okay, transaction statement, timestamp, statement ID, like page details, old value, new value, previous LS, and it will have that information. And also committed, uncommitted, log record type, apart, redo, or completion record. This and all information this log record has. Okay, you can tell that as an example. Also, like without log file, data file cannot survive, so it is mandatory, like to have log file. Like we can't insert directly to data file, because here whatever the late transaction is there, we had to modify first in log file, then it goes to data file. Here we have same thing. Transaction log file that tracks the transaction that are executed on SQL Server. Okay, whatever the transaction log file is there, that log records is tracked by log records. Okay, and it is tracked by SQL Server engine. Also this transactions, what is there, like we have WAL concept. Okay, before it writes to log file, it has, before it writes to data file, it has to insert the values in log file. Okay, that is known as the WAL concept. Why? Because like whenever the crash happens, no, like to for the data consistency, to ensure that we have consistency, so that we have this concept. And also WAL means write ahead logging, ensures that all transaction are ahead returned to log file before being executed. Okay, like after that it will write to data file. This thing WAL, I have a lot of things to share with you guys. I had to wait for the right time. At that time I will be discussing in depth about WAL concept also. There is a lot of things I had to be explained. So like for now you can consider the definition. WAL means write ahead logging. Before writing to the before writing to the actual data file, first it writes to log file. So that is the definition for now. Yeah, thank you guys. That's all for today's class. If you like this video, please share, subscribe to my channel, and support guys. Yeah, thank you, take care, bye.